In the dimly lit corners of our society, there exists a shadowy realm intricately intertwined with fear, fascination, and a chilling understanding of human nature, the mind of a serial killer. As we embark on this journey to uncover the secrets of their psyche, we invite you to delve deeper into the enigma that surrounds these individuals. What fuels their heinous crimes? What ignites the spark in their minds that leads to such unfathomable actions? Throughout this exploration, we will unearth chilling truths and reveal the complex interplay of elements that shape these notorious figures. Hold on tight, as we peel back the layers of terror, intrigue, and a desperate search for understanding. Picture, if you will, a young boy playing quietly in a suburban neighborhood, a seemingly innocent child in a world bathed in light. Yet, unbeknownst to his parents and peers alike, he harbors a darkness that will expand, consuming him in the years to come. Could this child, filled with dreams and hopes, be destined for infamy? As we explore the origins of a serial killer, we will soon discover that early trauma and emotional neglect often lay the groundwork for their future transgressions. How does a child's environment shape their mind? The answer may lie in a potent cocktail of factors: abusive households, neglectful parenting, and societal estrangement. A boy who grows up witnessing violence could find comfort only in the shadows. It is within these shadows, devoid of love or stability, that personality disorders and antisocial behavior often take root. As we examine the early years of several infamous killers, we understand the heartbreak behind the headlines. We begin to see how vulnerability morphs into rage. But it doesn't stop at childhood. As we progress in our exploration, we find that these individuals do not exist in a vacuum. Peer relationships, social standings, and community connections play a crucial role in their development. Imagine a young girl, bullied and taunted at school, retreating further into isolation. Could an insatiable thirst for power and control develop as a coping mechanism? As we delve deeper, we will reveal true stories of those whose social struggles ignited a thirst for domination over other lives. Still, there's more to this equation. We will transition from the innocent days of childhood to the tumultuous teenage years, where emerging sexuality intertwines with burgeoning violence. Our journey will unveil disturbing patterns that often correlate with the actions of known murderers, a confluence of dysfunction, rebellion, and the search for identity. How many hours has a confused teenager spent pacing in their room, contemplating the dark fantasies that they dare not share with anyone? In the minds of these young adults, seduction meets danger, and we witness the juxtaposition of innocence lost. As we dig through historical case studies, the names of notorious killers flash before our eyes: Ted Bundy, Jeffrey Dahmer, and John Wayne Gacy, each having lived through their own versions of trauma and social adversity. Were these men born to kill, or were they molded by circumstances beyond their control? The question lingers in the air, a lingering echo that may send shivers down your spine. And there lies the key to understanding the terrifying allure of these figures. They are not mere monsters, but rather reflections of psychological complexity that leave us questioning the very nature of humanity. As our exploration deepens, we will confront an unsettling reality. Some individuals, despite growing up in stable environments, still succumb to the darkness lurking within. What distinguishes these individuals? Nature versus nurture plunges us into the realm of genetics, biological predispositions, and psychiatric disorders. Could it be that some killers are, in fact, born without the empathy that connects us as humans? The weight of this knowledge bears heavily upon us as we navigate the murky waters of mental illness and inherent predispositions. Can these underlying mental health issues act as silent puppeteers, directing their malevolent actions? We will dissect the nuances of psychopathy and antisocial personality disorder, considering the chilling indifference to others' suffering that accompanies these conditions. Imagine a soul, hidden behind a charismatic smile, with impulses lurking like predators ready to pounce. As we examine chilling case studies, be prepared to confront the uncomfortable truth. Not all demons are obvious, and some thrive expertly disguised behind the mask of normalcy. Yet, in the midst of despair, we find resilience. The human spirit exhibits an astonishing ability to adapt and survive. But for those steeped in darkness, the survival tactics can warp and twist. Power, dominance, and the act of killing may emerge as the ultimate form of control. Our exploration will consider how a need for power can give rise to a chilling satisfaction, akin to an adrenaline rush, each act feeding like a drug into a killer's psyche. As we pull back the layers, we will enter the grim minds of killers during the height of their crimes. Can we comprehend the fearlessness they embody in their heinous actions? Witnessing the preparation, the thrill, and the ritualistic aspects of their crimes paints a surreal portrait. We will speculate why some become methodical, while others act impulsively, how planning versus spontaneity can create differing types of killers. The mind whirs with questions, a mix of horror and morbid curiosity. How does one become both predator and prey, all while steeped in the horrors they perpetrate? Suspense will fill the air as we analyze the psychological aftermath of their actions. What occurs in the mind of a killer immediately after they've taken a life? Is it exhilaration, remorse, or a fleeting moment of bliss? What follows the act of murder? Are the nights in solitary reflection filled with fear, or do they revel in the chaos they have wrought? We will dive into chilling interviews with eventual confessions, gripping accounts that offer vulnerable gazes into shattered souls desperately seeking validation and purpose amid the rubble of their actions. As we tread carefully through our exploration, we can't shy away from discussing law enforcement's role in capturing these predators. It's a narrative marked by intricate cat-and-mouse games, where investigators play detectives delving deep into the dark psyche of the killers they seek. How do they piece together the gruesome puzzles? What psychological profiles do they create to recognize emerging patterns? With each break in the case, we will pose unsettling questions that echo through society. How effectively can humanity combat the innate darkness found in certain individuals? And as we navigate through these dark waters, we must also confront legal and moral dilemmas. How do we offer justice while ensuring rehabilitation for those influenced by trauma? Can we even begin to fathom the complexity of punishment when half the world questions whether killers can ever truly be rehabilitated? These questions demand answers, yet the truth often eludes us amid the fierce dichotomy of forgiveness and retribution. As we approach the final leg of our journey, prepare for one last twist that may rattle your understanding of morality itself, the concept of glorifying the killer. The media, movies, and sensationalist narratives perpetuate an unhealthy fascination that can sometimes almost romanticize the monstrous acts they commit. Do we, as a society, unconsciously fuel the fire that leads some to seek notoriety through violence? Our investigation will force a confrontation with disturbing truths that question our own roles in the cycle of violence. In our final reflections, we are left with an unsettling revelation that the line separating predator from prey, good from evil, is often found shaded in gray. Can a killer's mind truly be understood? As we distill our findings, we will sift through layers of psychological complexity, societal impact, and the ever-present flicker of morality, inching closer toward a profound understanding of our shared humanity. Yet understanding may sometimes lead to acceptance, or, perhaps, a collective shiver down our spine. In the end, the dark secrets hidden within the minds of serial killers remind us of an unsettling truth: they are not merely human monsters lurking in the shadows. They are tragic illustrations of how profound trauma can warp the human psyche, illustrating that we all carry the potential for light and darkness within us. With this understanding comes the responsibility of vigilance, as we navigate an uncertain world woven intricately with despair and hope, violence and love. So remain with us as we explore these harrowing truths, heightening our resolve to understand what fuels these crimes while gleaning insights into the very fabric of human existence. What can we learn from these chilling tales, and how might we foster healing in a world shadowed by past horrors? Together, let us search for answers that could illuminate the path forward, even through the darkest of narratives. Because even within the depths of despair, there will always be a flickering glimmer of hope, a chance for understanding, compassion, and ultimately, redemption.